Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Today we're going to be in the kitchen all day long making breakfast, maybe some lunch and some dinner, all from items that I already have here on hand. I don't have a recipe in sight. We're just going to do some pantry cooking today, and I'm just going to bring you along while I'm in the kitchen doing random things. Let's do it. So this morning for breakfast, I'm going to be making some banana bread because I had 3 bananas that were past their prime. It was time to use them. I'm pretty sure I've shown you this recipe before. I know I've shared it on Instagram and I think I've shared it here too. But this is originally Joy's Easy Banana Bread, I believe is the name of the recipe. I'll link it below. But I have added to it and changed some things over the years, but I just haven't memorized. So we just need these ingredients here and let's get started. First, I'm going to preheat my oven to 325. And next, I need to throw a half a stick of butter in the microwave. I am going to cover it so it doesn't explode, but I need this to be completely melted. To a large bowl, I'm going to add my 3 bananas and about a 3/4 cup of sugar. I do a little less than what the recipe says. I mash all of that together. Then I'm going to add in my egg and my melted butter, which it's a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Lastly, I just throw in a little vanilla extract, maybe a half a teaspoon or so. And once that's all mixed together, I'm going to grab a smaller bowl and I'm going to add a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour as well as 1 teaspoon of baking soda. The original recipe does not call for it, but I do add in just a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Little by little, I'm going to put my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients and just make sure it's all incorporated. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, stir that together until it's just mixed. I'm going to grab my loaf pan and some olive oil spray, and I spray it really, really well, otherwise it'll end up sticking to the bottom, and go ahead and pour all of my batter in. This is going to go into my preheated oven. Remember, I preheated it to 325. I'm going to put it in for 1 hour or until a toothpick comes out clear, but I've always just done 1 hour and it's perfect every single time. And I told y'all are going to be in the kitchen with me all day. That includes me just picking up after each meal, and it seems like the dishes are never ending. Can I get an amen? But I'm going to clean this up really quick and then I'm going to show you what I have found for lunch. Okay, today it is very rainy and it's not supposed to get out of the 40s, so I think I'm going to make a very quick and easy chili. We went to Pigeon Forge area about a month ago, and while we were there we visited the Bush's museum and store because one of their plants is there. Anyway, I saw this in there and I have never seen this in store. I've seen other chili starters from other brands, but never the Bush's, so I bought it when we were there. And I think it has all the seasonings already in there. It just says to add some diced tomatoes, and then of course this and some onion. But I'm also going to add in their chili beans with the hot chili sauce, just to add a little extra something. But that is going to be either our lunch or our dinner. I haven't decided. And instead of making cornbread or anything else, I've got some Sister Schubert's rolls in our deep freezer. So I'm going to pull some of those out to go along with it. Chili and cornbread is usually a staple, but I don't have all the ingredients to make the cornbread. So I'm just going to use what I have, and I know I have those in the freezer. So that's going to be lunch or dinner. I haven't figured it out. It's still early. The banana bread is still in the oven. I've got time to figure this out. That looks perfect. I'm going to turn it over onto a cooling rack so it can cool down, but breakfast is ready. I was about to cut into this, but I wanted to mention how many of you have told me that the tires and wheels on this little truck look like eyeballs. So a lot of times during my winter dinners, this is in the background. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So there you go. I don't decorate for Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving, so this will be up for a little while longer. So just notice that in the background of my winter dinners now. My bread box is staring at you. Okay, so we're gonna have chili for lunch today. I have a whole bag of these frozen little chili peppers in our freezer. They're from our little plant this summer. So I'm gonna add 3 of those in to our chili today. And I'm just gonna chop up about half of this onion. Okay, I'm just gonna make everything in this skillet because it has such large or such tall sides. We're not making a huge amount today. So I'm going to brown this. I believe this is 85-15, so we'll have to drain off some of the fat. And I'm gonna brown it along with our onion and our pepper. I'm also gonna throw a little garlic in here. Okay, our ground beef is done. I'm gonna come in here with a paper towel on the end of this spoon and just soak up this extra grease. I'm gonna add in this starter, this chili starter, and our can of petite diced tomatoes. And I definitely wanna add this can of chili beans as well. Okay, I'm gonna let this heat through and just stick some rolls in the oven and lunch will be ready.
Made me some chili on this nice cold dreary day.
I know, chili is one of our favorites. So we're gonna do a little taste test to see what we think about that chili starter because I added no more seasonings.
Okay.
Is it good? Mm-hmm. So and I did add some extra peppers from our garden.
Wow. It's really good.
Is it?
Spicy.
Okay, good. Well, I added chili beans too. Chili beans in the hot sauce. So
yeah, pinto beans is by far my favorite when it comes to chili.
Yeah.
It is like a must.
Yeah.
For chili beans, obviously.
Right. But you're not as big on the kidney beans. You like pintos better.
I love pintos. They just have better flavor.
Yeah.
But this one, yeah, these are hard-hitting flavors for sure.
Okay, well, good.
I like the little addition of the corn tortillas or whatever.
Yeah, the tortilla strips on top. Add a little crunch in there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, y'all, this was a 20-minute lunch. Really quick and perfect for a rainy day.
I got my food. Went back in there, right? I sat down. I took a bite. I got back up, came in here just to give you a thumbs up.
Thank you. We appreciate it, Cole. Okay, lunch was a big success. We had like one small bowl left over. It's in the fridge. But now I need to clean up this mess. And then I'm going to start on a project that I've been wanting to do forever. I am so excited to show y'all this project. When you make 3 meals a day and you're all 3 home all day, every day, you have to run the dishwasher, sometimes twice a day. Okay, I did some hand washing and I have wiped down this entire countertop. And this is what we're about to do. So I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It's just a wood sign and it is going to go up there. If you've been with me for a long time, I talked about this a long time ago that I wanted some type of sign to go up here, but I never could find exactly what I wanted. So why not make it myself, right? So everything that I found as far as wording that I wanted up there wouldn't fit. And then if I found something that would fit, it wasn't exactly what I wanted it to say. So I decided to make it myself. So my new Cricut is going to come in handy because we're gonna make that sign right now. So I have the new Cricut Explore 3 and I love this like mint color that it comes in. It's so pretty. And I love this carrying case. How nice is that to keep it protected and it's easy for storage, and if I want to take it anywhere with me, I can. Cricut is kindly sponsoring today's video and I love working with them. Today for my project, I'm just gonna need a measuring tape, some scissors, my scraper, my Cricut, my weeding tool, which looks like that little pick there, some transfer tape along with my smart vinyl. I'm using permanent vinyl, and of course my sign from Hobby Lobby. Before I start creating my project, I need to know measurements. I need to measure the length and the height of this sign so I know exactly how tall and wide my letters need to be. Now I've gone to my computer and opened up Cricut Design Space and clicked on New Project. Today I'm just doing text, so I clicked on the Add Text button there on the left, and I'm typing out exactly what I want my sign to say. Now I'm going to go choose my font, and I knew exactly which font I wanted, so I'm doing a search for it. I believe it's pronounced Gabriola, but I just love the way it looks. Now I need to go in and correctly size the font. So I go in and edit the width, but it automatically is locked and edits the height too. But I'm going to unlock it by clicking this button here and then just adjust it as I need. While I'm sizing that, I did want to mention about Cricut Access. That is a subscription so that you can get even more fonts and images. There's lots of free ones already on there, but if you subscribe to Cricut Access, you're going to get access to over 200,000 images and over 700 fonts. Now that I have it correctly sized, I want to go ahead and save my project. Just in case something were to happen, I can easily access it again. And after that, I'm going to go click on Make It. It tells me on the screen exactly how much length I'll need of vinyl, and I do have that, so I'm good to go. So now I can click Continue, and now it says, hey, you aren't connected to your Cricut. So I went and did that and turned my Cricut on, and then after doing that, it recognizes the Cricut and we're ready to move on. Now the screen prompts me to choose which vinyl I'm going to be using. I am using smart vinyl, which means I don't need a matte, which is really nice. And then here it's just telling me I need to go load my vinyl into the machine. So I'm taking out my vinyl, loading it there, and pressing this little button that is blinking, and it will automatically load it and measure it to make sure I have enough vinyl to do the project. Once it's ready, it prompts me on the screen to go over to the machine and press the little triangle button, which is the go button. It finalizes the project and then it starts cutting. And this particular project took it a little less than a minute to cut the entire thing out. When it's done, it tells you on the screen to go ahead and unload the material. So you press that button again, the load and unload button, and it pulls everything out and you're ready. Next, I'm just going to go through and cut the excess vinyl and then start peeling off the top layer of anything that is not the words that I'm wanting. So you see it's just peeling off all of the excess vinyl here. If you have a large project like I do, I highly recommend going in with scissors every so often and just kind of cutting it so it doesn't become a huge jumbled mess in your hand. Whatever portion of the letters that were left behind, you can grab your little weeding tool and take out those center portions. And next you're going to grab your transfer tape and measure it, cut it, and then start applying it to the top of your image or your text that you are wanting to transfer. Mine was rather large, so I just kind of rolled it back and did it little by little. I used my scraper on the front and the back just to make sure that it was adhered to the transfer tape and I could easily pull off the backing. So that's what I'm doing here. Now it's time to put it onto my sign. So I measured to find the middle of my sign, which ended up not working out because I didn't pay attention to that little measurement apparently. You'll see in the end. But I just apply this directly to my sign and take my scraper tool and just make sure everything is laying flat before I start to remove my transfer tape, leaving behind my "Y'all Come Eat" right onto my sign, and it looks so pretty. I have the Cricut Joy and now the Explore 3. If you are interested, I will link them below in my description box so you can check them out. Okay, it is done. It is not exactly centered. I tried. I really did. But you know what? That's the beauty of making it yourself. It's going to be unique for sure, but it's close. It's close enough. We're gonna hang it up. My favorite way to hang something up if you've got to do more than one nail, so a nail on each side like this is to use painter's tape. So you just make your little hole right where you're wanting to put the nail. And then you're gonna put this up on the wall and use a leveler and make sure it's level so it's straight. And then you just nail right into those holes and you should be good. Well, I love it. It could have been more center on the white part, but that's okay. I love it. It looks so cute. Okay, it is dinner time, and he got excited when I said, we're just gonna shop the pantry. He was like, I got this.
We got this. We got this.
So he went to the freezer to see what kind of meats we had, and I went in search of some different pastas. I'm gonna show you. This is really a hodgepodge meal, but it's gonna be so good. We're gonna make a homemade Alfredo sauce. I've shared how we make our Alfredo before. I'm gonna share it again now. And he found some Italian sausages from Butcher Box. So dinner's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So it really is a hodgepodge. Usually I use fresh Parmesan for, like freshly grated Parmesan for our Alfredo, but we're gonna go with what we have. Also, if you see in there, there's rotini pasta in there, there's some penne pasta in there, and then we have some ditalini pasta too, so bless its little heart. And then we've got heavy whipping cream, some garlic, our sausage, and butter, and that should be about it. I think Steven said he's gonna go grab some fresh basil as well, but other than that,
I am on that right now.
it's outside. Other than that, that's what's for dinner tonight. So you can definitely just do it like ground sausage if you wanted to. We removed the casing on the sweet sausages, but we wanted little sausage bites instead of it all ground up throughout, so you could do it either way. But let's just dump it all in there. And our ditalini pasta, you can't even see it in there. So we drained off the sausage, and in this same pot, we got the grease out. We're gonna add in a stick of butter. Okay, to our butter, I'm gonna add about a heaping teaspoon of garlic. And Steven is gonna add in some basil. That smells so good. It's only been like 30 seconds or so. He's gonna add in 2 cups of heavy cream. And obviously we didn't get all of the dark bits off of the bottom. So it's not gonna be a perfectly white Alfredo today, but you know what?
Man, that's some yummy Alfredo.
That's
right there.
flavor, that's right. Okay, so let's let that heat through, and then we're gonna add our cheese in. Okay, it is bubbling and it is ready. Add in that Parmesan, baby.
What are we going for?
A lot.
There we go.
There you go. We'll break that up.
We'll get that broken up, won't we?
Okay, let's let that melt down.
Okay.
I'm used to doing fresh Parmesan, so it's kind of hard to, but we'll just do it till it feels right.
That's right.
That's what my Nana always said. That is looking really good. Let's add, all right, you ready to add everything in, Ben?
I think we're about ready.
Okay, grab our sausage and add that in there. And I'm gonna go grab our pasta that I just drained. Perfect.
Let's put some pepper on there.
Okay. We'll turn it off. There we go.
Pantry meals.
Pantry meals. I mean, check out all those different pastas.
That is awesome. Got some sausage in there. That Alfredo goodness.
Oh, we got 2. We got 2.
Wow. That's really good. The Alfredo goodness is all I can say. I mean, it's
How do you
Alfredo
like-
sauce.
Well, how do you like it with the sweet sausage?
I mean, it's good. It's like really
I don't think
good.
we've ever made it with anything sweet before, so that's why I was asking. Very easy dinner. This took us, what, 20 minutes? 20, 25 minutes to make? Not long at all. I might actually like this better with the sweet sausage than just the regular chicken. You think the same thing? I don't know, it's just like it's got the savory from the Alfredo sauce, but then you've got that sweet too. I really like that. Very, very good. Not bad for a pantry meal. I washed, he dried. Dinner is done. The kitchen is almost clean. I've still got to clean up this stove. I don't know if you can see all that grease spattered, but do that and wipe down the countertops, and then everything is done for the day. I'm done in the kitchen. It's only 6:15, but we always eat dinner early and clean up immediately after dinner. It just makes it a lot easier if we go ahead and clean up right after dinner, because if you sit down after dinner, it ain't happening. Voice of experience over here. So as soon as we finish eating, we come in here and just clean up. Put leftovers in the fridge, do all the dishes. We loaded up the dishwasher with what we could, hand washed what we had to, and now I'm just gonna wipe down the countertops and be done for the night. Thank y'all so much for spending the day with me in the kitchen. I had a good time. I hope you did too. It was fun to create a couple of meals with only things that we had here on hand. We keep a pretty well-stocked freezer, so we always have meats on hand, but it's a little more difficult having to look through the pantry and the fridge just to see what you have readily available. Luckily, we made 2 really good meals. They were very yummy. Let me know below what one of your favorite pantry dinners is, what you always have on hand, like staples wise, to have a really quick and easy dinner ready. And I'm so glad y'all were here today. Thank you so much to Cricut again for sponsoring today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did. If you're new here, I do cooking content all of the time. This was something a little bit different for me. But if you're looking for dinner inspiration, you have found the channel for it. And make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks y'all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.